In Alphonse Putrin's Malayalam movie Premam, there is a crucial scene where George David, the protagonist, realizes that Malar, the woman he loves, does not remember him. The realization dawns on him as he walks out and Govind Vasanta's violin starts playing. Time seems to stretch and emotions play out on his face. Love, loss, and the struggle to accept the inevitable, change. George pushes away his friend's embrace, sobbing inconsolably before finally collapsing. Flashbacks of fragile memories play in reverse, ending with a butterfly fluttering backwards, almost as if to wither away. The background score slowly fades out, embracing the pain that underlies all pain, the pain that we are unutterably alone. G.K. Chesterton, the English critic and author, once wrote, "The way to love anything is to realize that it may be lost." Certainly, this scene would have evoked only a sense of despair and loss in me, if not for the English title given to Rajesh Murugesh's original score for this scene, Unfinished Hope. What does it mean for hope to be unfinished? When loss, rejection and change seem ever pervasive, in what do we trust for our hopes to be unfinished? Does Premam offer an answer? Maybe it does. At least, that's what I think. Premam follows the life of George David as he traverses the various phases of his life, roughly from around 2000 to 2014. The color tones of his life and clothes too change, from blue to black to white, as George, like the butterflies of Premam, metamorphose through these phases. But it's not as if George's journey is a metaphorical equivalent of a train passing through the stations of love, as often is in the case in many other coming-of-age dramas. George, as C.S. Lewis once wrote about humanity, has the privilege of always moving, yet never leaving anything behind. The third act of the movie begins with George looking out of the window, almost as if his eyes are still waiting for someone. Composed and contemplative, he is no longer the carefree teen or the raging college student. A no-nonsense taskmaster, George now owns and manages an exquisite white-themed cafe. What if a hint to his source of unfinished hope is hidden in this cafe's name? Agape. Cafe Agape. Agape embodies selfless, unconditional love. A love premised not on reciprocity but on sacrifice. Framing it better, Agape is God's unfinished hope for humanity, the hope of redemption. It's here in this cafe of Agape that the love returns to him on a Christmas Eve, looking for a red velvet cake. What better a time for love to return than a Christmas night, the celebration of the day when love was made flesh. What's more, Christmas is also a celebration of the promise of Christ that he will come again to take us all to our eternal home. There is a story told about the writer Franz Kafka that he had consoled a crying girl who lost her doll by writing imaginative letters about its adventures. As his health declined, Kafka returned to Prague, gifting the girl a new doll. Years later, the grown girl discovered a hidden note in the replacement doll. It read, "Everything you love is very likely to be lost, but in the end, love will return in a different way." Franz Kafka. Yes, everything we love will be lost, but love promises to return in a different way. It's in this promise of love that George anchors his unfinished hope.